Seniors, eat these 3 foods before bed to repair your eyes, restore memory while you sleep. I've worked with so many adults over 50, and I can tell you this with complete honesty, the saddest thing I see is when someone believes their fading memory or blurry evening vision is simply a part of getting older. I remember one week at our clinic in Ohio, 37 patients came in complaining of difficulty recognizing faces in low light, and forgetting small details like where they placed their keys or whether they took their evening medication. And almost every single one of them said the same sentence, "I guess this is just age." But science doesn't support that belief, not fully. We now know that the brain and the eyes both repair themselves primarily during sleep, especially between 11 p.m. and 3 a.m., when the glymphatic system and retinal cells are most active. And here's the key, repair only happens well if the body has the right natural compounds available in the bloodstream at night. This is where it gets hopeful. Because these compounds aren't rare or expensive. They're found in certain familiar foods, yes, simple foods, that, when eaten before bed, can restore clarity, sharpen recall, and improve night vision over time. If you felt any of these struggles, type 1 to let me know I'm speaking to the right people. Now, let's talk about the first FO. Food 1. There is a small fruit that many people treat like a casual sweet, yet it holds one of the most powerful natural supports for vision and memory repair during sleep. That fruit is dates. And for adults over 50, the timing and manner of how dates work in the body matters just as much as what they contain. If you've noticed changes such as needing brighter light to read, squinting more, taking longer to focus when shifting from near to far vision, or difficulty recalling details that used to feel instant, those are signs the retina and memory pathways are struggling with oxidative stress and reduced neural communication at night. Dates contain lutein and zeaxanthin, which travel directly to the macula, the area responsible for central vision clarity, especially during sleep, which is when the eye performs most of its self-repair. But that is only half the story. Dates also provide tryptophan, which the body converts into serotonin and then into melatonin, guiding you not just to sleep, but into the deep sleep stage where memory consolidation happens and retinal tissue repairs. According to the USDA, dates are among the top fruits in antioxidant value, helping protect memory cells and retinal nerve fibers from gradual breakdown. Now, the key factor that determines whether all of this actually benefits you lies in how you eat them. Most people take a bite or swallow quickly, but the brain needs stable, slow-released glucose during sleep because it performs its most energy-demanding tasks while resting. So, the most effective approach is to eat 2 dates and chew them slowly about 45 minutes before bedtime. Slow chewing allows enzymes in your saliva to convert the natural sugars into a form that feeds the brain steadily overnight instead of spiking and crashing. Another subtle improvement, drink a small sip of warm water afterward, just enough to soften digestion, not enough to fill your stomach. Warmth helps the body shift toward relaxation, reinforcing the melatonin cycle already beginning. When used this way, dates become more than just food, they act like a nighttime support system, helping the eyes repair damage from daily light exposure and the brain organize and stabilize memory networks. Many people describe the change not as dramatic, but as a sense of waking up and feeling present again, clear, steady, calm, and focused. It is not magic, and it does not rely on force, it works because it aligns with the way the body actually heals, gently, during sleep. Food 2. There is a fruit that looks simple, almost ordinary, yet it holds one of the most soothing effects on the nervous system. That fruit is longan. And for people over 50, this is especially meaningful because memory loss after this age is often not caused by neuron damage alone, it is caused by the mind not reaching deep-wave sleep, the stage where memory is organized and stored. If you find yourself waking during the night for no clear reason, feeling emotionally tired in the morning, forgetting why you walked into a room, or losing track of small details, this is a sign that the hippocampus, the memory center, is not able to power down correctly. Longan contains a group of polyphenol that help the brain shift out of stress mode and into the slower brainwave state associated with deep sleep. This is not sedation, it's a gentle lowering of the internal noise level. A study in the Journal of Ethnopharmacology found that longan extract improved learning and memory by reducing oxidative stress directly in the hippocampus, which is exactly the place affected when stress ages the brain. But the effect of longan depends heavily on temperature. When eaten cold or straight from a bag, the calming effect is minimal because the digestive system must work harder. So the most effective method is to soak 6 to 8 pieces of dried longan in warm water for a few minutes, then drink the warm infusion slowly in the evening. Warmth signals the vagus nerve to shift toward the parasympathetic state, the state of restoration, not alertness. While drinking, rest one hand lightly on your chest or abdomen. This physical cue communicates safety to the nervous system and encourages deeper breathing. The result is a quieter transition into sleep, not a forced one. If repeated nightly for several days, many people notice less emotional reactivity, clearer recall of conversations, and fewer blank moments. What matters here is that longan does not work by pushing the brain harder, it works by allowing the mind to release the day, so memory has space to settle. It supports emotional steadiness, which is the foundation memory needs. And by restoring calm before sleep, longan gives the brain the exact environment required to repair. Food 3. There is a small seed that does not simply provide energy but helps rebuild the communication lines between neurons. That food is pine nuts. After 50, memory changes not only because neurons decline, but because the signals between them slow. The memory is still there, but the pathway to retrieve it is weaker. Pine nuts contain pinolenic acid, which supports increased blood flow to the brain and strengthens the lipid structure of neuron membranes, helping signals travel more smoothly. They are also naturally rich in vitamin E, and the Harvard School of Public Health has noted vitamin E as being linked to slower age-related cognitive decline, particularly in regions associated with memory retrieval. This strengthening does not happen during the day, when the brain is busy reacting, planning, and processing. It happens at night, when the brain enters maintenance mode. That's why the timing of pine nuts is key. The most effective approach is to eat 12 to 15 pine nuts about an hour after dinner, not in the morning. To improve absorption, gently warm them in a pan for less than a minute, just enough to release their aromatic oils. When these oils are warm and active, the fatty acids can be incorporated more easily into neuronal membranes. If you often wake feeling mentally slow, or take a few seconds to recall a name, this is the sign your neural network is asking for reinforcement. Pine nuts provide the material needed to rebuild that network, gradually reducing the pause between recognition and recall. Over time, this leads to smoother conversation flow, sharper morning thinking, and more stable memory retrieval. Pine nuts do not stimulate the brain, they supply the resources the brain needs to repair itself. And when combined with deep sleep supported by longan and retinal restoration supported by dates, the nighttime becomes a powerful window of regeneration rather than a passive state. If you found even one part of this helpful, consider subscribing, not for me, but so you don't miss the next small steps that could protect your eyes and your mind for years to come. What we talked about today wasn't magic, and it wasn't theory. Your brain and your eyes already know how to repair themselves. They're trying every single night. All we did was give them the right materials to work with. And the changes do not happen all at once, they happen slowly, gently, like a light returning to a room that has been dim for too long. So tonight, when you go to bed, remember that your body is still on your side, and when you're ready, watch the next video on your screen, where I'll show you a simple nighttime breathing technique that doubles your deep sleep repair cycle.